Will they release the files? House Oversight Committee subpoenas DOJ for Epstein files. Release their files!
Up the irons!
Where'd all the wolves go?
Huh?
Where'd all the wolves go?
Where did they go? They just took off, man. If you guys didn't know, AC/DC and Scarlett Johansson are being used to scare wolves away in parts of Idaho and Oregon and stuff like that from farmers. So that would scare me away. How loud are you playing that? Like if I'm out there just hanging out and you fly a drone over me and start blasting,
Yeah.
something, I'd be like, what the hell is that?
Yeah, because, Montana and Idaho, you're out there in the sticks, brother.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we're talking no cell service, no nothing.
That's why that guy's out there and they don't know where the hell he is in Montana.
Yeah.
We caught our guy.
We caught our guy because we've got cameras everywhere. In Tennessee.
Yeah, because it's and it shows you though, like we caught this guy as bad as he was, and he was also kind of in the woods, but not really. But think about the Washington; they still haven't got that guy that killed his daughters.
That's right.
And why? Because he's out in the middle of godforsaken nowhere. And this guy here, who knows where he's at? The guy in Montana, in Anaconda, Montana, went over to the Owl and killed 4 people. And they have 250 people looking for that dude. They think he is more than armed and dangerous. So,
and he probably knows the terrain very, very well.
Former military guy, like the guy in, Washington State.
Yeah, there's a PTSD defense coming up when they catch him.
Well, I think some of these people are not well, and I don't think we have served them well in this. That was one of the big things last night when I was watching that flood guy in Nebraska who was getting yelled at by all the constituents is the VA stuff. And it's, people are pissed. They're scared. And look, we always talk about what's the number one thing that people worry about. It's the economy, stupid. It's the economy. And if you go and look right now, more and more people are worried about what's coming in the economy than in a long time. And there are people out there. This is what I found crazy in one of the latest polls. A lot of people under like 40 and 50 are paying for things on the buy now, pay later.
Groceries.
Let me tell you something. That ain't good. That isn't. And people are asking questions about, well, I thought it was going to be different, but it feels the same. And yeah, you got to let Trump have his time. But, this is the thing that will decide. You could go and gerrymander 5 different seats. And if California gets its way and New York gets its way, then all of a sudden you've gerrymandered 5 seats and then they're going to go and gerrymander 8 or 9. And then what do you have?
Well, see, and that's one of the arguments against gerrymandering is because President Trump was elected supposedly by people who would never vote Republican.
Yeah.
People want the economy fixed.
That's it.
And that's it.
Everything else really doesn't matter. But when you are in a position where you're doing buy now to pay later for, you didn't buy your kid's Christmas present or his birthday present. You bought a bike that was maybe too expensive or something like that. No, you're buying now and paying later for avocados from Mexico, right? Chuck Schumer. People are making serious decisions. Same thing with jobs. Talk to a lot of people that, man, they're working 2 gigs to survive. And so that is always going to be the number one thing is the economy. As the economy goes, so goes every other thing in the political world. And if the economy's great next year, the Democrats could gerrymander 25 new seats and it won't matter. If the economy's bad, the Republicans can gerrymander 15 seats, 20 seats, and it ain't going to matter. So how we go is going to be interesting. So I don't think – so they're talking about this whole thing with Maxwell, that they may release some of the DOJ stuff that she was involved with. I don't know if it was the new conversation she's had with that guy. Just release the files, man, and get over this.
Well, and our very own Tim Burchett, he says it's a waste of time now. He says he believes everything's been wiped.
Yeah.
Like by now, he said, there's nothing that's going to be of any consequence.
No. It's. I would hope so. I mean, anybody worth their weight and the FBI. I just remember the CIA got John Kukuro, whoever I always screw up his name.
John Turturro.
Yeah, no, Kukuro. He's a former CIA guy.
John Turturro.
He says, CIA, we burn everything. The FBI, though, they keep everything. I mean, you look at it. The stuff that they're getting now is all from the FBI, and it's not from the CIA. So even if they were involved, unless the FBI's written it down, they wouldn't have any. But yeah, I would say all this stuff should have been wiped by now. So we're never going to really know the whole truth. The whole truth, nothing but the truth. So help me God. Somebody said you'd be a dumbass to go out and eat on a buy now, pay later plan. Well, everybody does. You put a credit card down, that's buy now, pay later. You're still now with interest rates where they are, you're still paying off that Chili's from 6 months ago. And your
$30 meal ends up being $138 before you pay it off.
Yeah, and a lot of people are like, you hate Trump. It's not that I hate Trump. Put yourself in and I know it's hard for people to do. You're 34, 35. Everybody that wants to chime in, my life is great. It's never been better. What do you do? I'm retired. I've got a pension. I own my house. Everything's great. Okay. But is everybody else lying that they're struggling? No. You got to put yourself in other people's shoes, and that's how you understand, okay, what's going on here. You put yourself in some other, well, it's not always about you because, well, I come at it from my perspective. Yeah, you do. But if you're retired or I've got, $2 million in my pension and I've got this and I've got that, that's good for you. But not everybody's in that situation. And so that's what, they're not making stuff up. Like I didn't come on here and go, hey, guess what? The new Gallup poll says this and I made it up. No, these polls are out there and I talk to people every day because for every one person that says, oh, my life is wonderful, it's amazing, I get 5 or 6 going, it's a stretch every week.
Now, right now, the Federal Reserve Bank of New York says total credit card balances reached $1.21 trillion in the second quarter of this year. They rose by $27 billion in Q2 from Q1. A 2.3% increase. So it went up. It was already bad, and then it got $27 billion further in the second quarter.
Yeah, 8403 has a really good point though. If you buy food on credit card, they can't repo that.
No, they can't. It's hard to do.
And get this: the average interest rate on a credit card right now is over 21%. Man, I mean, you're not even taking
I've got
care
one
of
that's 28, and I don't use it because of that.
I mean, those are usury rates. You'd be better off borrowing $10,000 behind the laundromat from Fat Tony.
Yes.
You're
never paying that down.
No, that's the next big bomb I think that could be coming as far as like the debt bomb. Because it was houses, in 2008 when everything went sideways. COVID hit, everybody was doing well, right? You keep in a little bit more of your paycheck. You can spend a little bit more. Everybody felt good. The economy was rocking. Then everybody shut down. Inflation hit because we started printing money like it was going out of style. Then all of a sudden we had supply chain issues and that went sideways. And then Biden comes in and he supercharges inflation. And people still they want to live the way they were pre-COVID. So they just decided we're going to throw it all on our credit cards. And now we're in a position where they thought it was going to be transitory, which it wasn't. And inflation's fine if your pay is outgaining the rate of inflation. And it's passing it by. But that's not happening for a lot of people. It isn't. Fat Tony upped his rates 2 weeks ago. I didn't know that, see?
And he's still cheaper than a credit card.
Yeah, he's only 18%, but I need it weekly. and small bills, if you don't mind, because of the thing. I got to do laundry. You get it.
That's one of the things people never think about with tariffs is tariffs will cause price increases in certain places because it gets passed on to the consumer. But even the people that aren't getting tariffed can afford to raise their prices then. They just don't raise them as much as the tariffs.
Yeah. Well, the tariffs. And we haven't even seen those really hit yet. The tariffs. I mean, I don't know what they look like. I mean, are they still on this Friday? I've stopped, normally Ken and I, we can't stop talking tariffs. When we're in the hallway, it's just nonstop tariff talk. 2 hours, nonstop tariff talk. I don't need to know about anything other than tariffs. But I think this week there's more tariffs going on. I know he hit India with something. Because they're selling to Russia or they're buying from Russia. I'm all confused. Just let me know when it gets to the store what that looks like. And then we'll go from there. Okay. And it's the economy, though. We say it all the time. The economy. Coming up, I have arguably the craziest audio coming up. And it's not White Girl Wednesday audio, because I got plenty of that, but it's just this white girl's crazy.
We can't do White Girl Wednesday on a Tuesday.
No, but this is not that kind of it's not our girl, who's always helping Ken and I better ourselves, because we got to do the work, Ken. You know that. We got to do the work. If you're not doing the work when it comes to racism, sexism, homophobia, which I never really got the homophobia thing. You're homophobic. What? I'm not scared of people who are gay. So Islamophobia, I'm not scared of that either. So, but, you got to put in the work. And Ken and I do. Belle, on the other hand, doesn't. Never puts in the work. Coming up, we got our hot takes. It's Hot Take Tuesday.
Hot Take Tuesday.
Hot Take Tuesday. By the way, Ken, I was looking to see what awesome movies. Nick Cage is coming up.
Nick freaking Cage.
So he's got Madden coming out.
Yeah.
He's got Lords of War. And that is if I'm correct.
Lords of War.
So he starred in the first one. It was called Lord of War. It was a great movie with Ethan Hawke.
Oh, yeah.
And who's the guy from 30 Seconds to Mars?
Jared Leto.
Jared Leto starred in that too. And this is the sequel to that. The Prince. I'll tell you what The Prince is. I just love reading some of this stuff. It's a satirical drama exploring the life of a troubled son within a powerful American dynasty. Okay, so then you go and look and you say, okay, you know what? J.K. Simmons is in this. There's some decent people.
Right.
Then the next one is he's in a Spider-Man Beyond the Spider-Verse.
Oh, yeah.
Spider Noir, which is going to be an 8-episode, noir kind of Spider-Man show.
Really?
And then, of course, wouldn't be Nick
Cage
without the Carpenter's son, which is a family in Rome, are hiding something.
Interesting.
As the boy doubts the guardian Carpenter's, rebelling the mystery powers he has, and he uses his ability to face natural and divine horrors. Oh, yeah. That's a Nick Cage movie for you right there, kids. Nick Cage. So coming up, a lot of good stuff. Crazy audio, plus the most hated folks in America. And we got our hot takes as well, because it's Hot Take Tuesday on the Chad Benson Show, Super Talk 997.
Attorneys for Ghislaine Maxwell say they respectfully oppose the release, mainly because they haven't had a chance to review the transcripts, and also because the appeal of their client's conviction is still pending. The lawyers say the material in question amounts to, quote, untested, hearsay-laden grand jury transcripts which contain statements presented in secret and never challenged by the adversarial process. The Justice Department has said the grand jury heard from 2 law enforcement officials who pursued the sex trafficking case that ultimately ended with Maxwell receiving a 20-year prison sentence.
So Wendy doesn't want some of this stuff out. Wendy's been moved, which is also rather interesting because apparently they didn't go through the right channels to move her the way they were supposed to in the federal system. When you're when you are convicted of sex crimes, there's a certain thing that they have to do to inform people, and they did not do that with Wendy. That's what I call her. Her name is Ghislaine. We call her Ghislaine or Wendy. That's what we called her, Wendy, right?
Mandy.
Damn it. I can't even get that right.
Mandy.
So we'll see. I don't think anything's coming out. They don't want it to come out. And anything that might have been damning, I think is gone. How would you trust anything she says? You can't. You can't trust anything she says. She wants out.
That's why everybody's saying just release the files.
Release the Kraken. Yeah, they'll never release those files.
We'll get no Kraken.
No. Remember, who was that crazy lady? Sydney.
Oh, my
Powell?
gosh. Sidney Powell.
Yeah.
We're going to release the Kraken. And by that, I mean I'm going to grift off you idiots.
And then what do we get? We get no Kraken.
There's no Kraken.
I will never forget that press conference, man. That's when Rudy started melting.
That was great.
His hair dye was just running down his face.
He was such a buffoon. How did you go from being the mayor of the world to an idiot that quick? He became a caricature of himself.
Man, that was something.
He held a press conference in Arizona to talk about some more of the Kraken, and he booked it at the Four Seasons. So everybody shows up at the address. It's not the Four Seasons Hotel. It's the Four Seasons Garden Center, which is in a strip mall, and it's actually a guy that has a lawn mowing service. The Kraken. Oh, my Lord. Hot take. Hot take Tuesday. So, Ken, remind everybody your hot take.
The rock band journey ended after the departure of Steve Perry as lead singer.
Goodness me. Okay. I like that. Now, is that true? Maybe some of you believe that. Maybe you think Pineda is a great karaoke singer. I would have gone in a different direction. If I was them, I would have gone with a different singer. But alas, here we are. All right, you, my young friend.
If your coffee order requires more than 4 words, you're ordering a bastardized milkshake.
That's true. Expensive one, too.
Yes.
Very expensive. I don't even know what's in those things.
Fat.
I don't think they know either.
Just a bunch of calories.
That's all it
They're
is.
just dumping stuff in the...
You're like, diabetes for Belle? I ordered extra caramel with my whipped cream.
I'm sorry, we put extra triglycerides in there.
I would like to have an episode, if you don't mind. Oh, my
One
Lord.
seizure coming up.
Oh, goodness me. And for me, and I say the death penalty is a waste of time. It is not because people don't deserve justice or anything. I just think the legal system, first of all, we should never have another mistake because of DNA and a lot of stuff like that. But the legal system drags it on forever. And then, because you've got, 7 appeals plus to get through, it drags on forever. They set you, the date, but it's going to go on forever and ever. The guy that we put to death here, they said he was suffering potentially from dementia, and it was almost 4 decades. And remember, every time there's a hearing or any of these things, it is about the families having to relive this over and over again. I know many of you want justice immediately, but this isn't the Wild West. And I think they got it wrong a few times in the Wild West.
Hey, Ken.
Yeah.
Brad texted in and wants to know if you think that Pantera ended with the death of the brothers.
No. Because
Okay.
they still have Phil Anselmo.
Okay.
And Zach Wilde and Charlie Benante have done a great job in fill-ins for the Abbott brothers.
Fair enough.
And Rex Brown is still slinging the bass.
Yep.
As long as he doesn't drink alcohol, because according to Rex in his own book, one more drink and he's dead.
Dead! That's not a good place to be. Not a good place to be at all. Coming up, we do have the most hated folks in America, plus crazy audio from a lady about the Mayans and the Incas that is spectacular. It's one of the best. I'm going to tell you this now. It's fit. Dire Wolves. Fantastic. That's coming up straight ahead. Chad Benson, Super Talk 997. Apparently, Bell, I wouldn't know truth if it hit me in the ass. You know that?
Well, I threw a brick of it at you the other day, and you were like,
did.
what's this?
You did. I thought, oh, goodness me.
You went, ow!
Yeah. I enjoy Ray. We have nice banter. He's good people, We don't agree on everything. To the minute I say, I don't know if that's working well for Trump, it's like, you hate Trump, just admit it. It's not that I hate Trump or love Trump. I feel nothing. He's a politician. I have no emotion towards him. I have emotion for my family, my friends. He's a politician. You said you were going to do something, do it. That's it. It should be based on actions, not personality. He's very funny. I will give him that. No doubt about that. But it's not about hating or liking. Never fall in love with a politician. They're only going to break your heart. All right, guys. The most loved and hated folks in America are out. Here we go. Who do you think the most hated man is?
Jeffrey Epstein.
Wrong. I think they're living. We're looking for living.
Oh, living.
Yeah.
Anthony Weiner.
In America.
No, America.
America.
Elon Musk.
Really?
That makes sense.
Just in front of him is the Benjamin Netanyahu, the evil one. Yeah, I called him that. And I don't care. I just think what he's doing. They're getting ready to take over Gaza now. What's that going to cost America? Is that a curiosity? Marco Rubio. I don't know why Marco Rubio.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know why. Donald Trump, Pete Hegseth, Gavin Newsom, J.D. Vance, Joe Biden, and the least hated of all of the Trump administration is Robert Kennedy Jr. is making America great again. Healthy. Did you see that he says Trump calls him almost every day and asks him when everybody's going to be healthy again?
How come nobody accuses? How come nobody accuses Robert RFK of fat shaming? Why do we get it all?
Yeah, I don't know why that is. I mean, you know what? I'm going to reach out to him and see if he wants to come to FatCon with us.
Why not?
Yeah, let's go. Now we get down to the people that are least hated. And by least, they're still hated, just not as much. AOC, she's -4.
Really?
Emmanuel Macron
Macron
is 1. Now you get to above. They've got a view that is on the plus side. Bernie Sanders at 11.
But Bernie's a bona fide idiot.
He's something.
He's just not a smart guy.
He's a guy that's always out there yelling at the clouds. Get off my lawn. Zelensky at 18. And Pope Leo, 46. Who has an unfavorable of Pope? You don't have to.
Especially one that hasn't done anything really yet.
Yeah. The guy eats pizza. He likes baseball. And he hasn't really done anything yet. He hasn't done anything crazy. He hasn't been accused of hiding stuff. So, but he's the one that leads. So,
where's the poll from?
This is the Gallup poll.
Oh, okay.
What about Sydney Sweeney?
She's not on there.
I like all three.
She's
of
100.
her.
She's we don't count her. Like these are basically
politicians.
Yeah, name makers. They're not actors or actresses or entertainers.
Gotcha.
So Robert Kennedy, 47 unfavorable, 42 favorable, with a 10% no opinion. Trump, who has the most no opinion? It would not be Trump. Here's the thing about Trump. Trump, 2% have a no opinion.
You either love him or hate him.
Yeah, I'd be one of those. I don't love him or hate him. I care about the actions. That's all I care about.
I want more disposable income.
There you go. You know, that's it. I care about the actions. Those are the only things that matter in any of this. Pope Leo, though, how do you have? I could see, maybe you don't know a lot about Pope Leo.
He hasn't done anything. I've yet to hear one controversial thing he has said or done since he became Pope.
Yeah, I can't. No, I haven't heard it either. No, he got pizza the other day. I think they sent him pizza from Chicago.
The guy ordered pizza. Come on. You can't dislike the guy. He eats pizza.
Yeah, but was there pineapple on it?
No. Well, come on. We all know pineapple, first of all, is the devil's fruit.
That's the devil, Bobby Boucher.
Gavin Newsom's on there. Yes. Whoopi was not on there because it's not. Whoopi doesn't count because they're not politicians. I mean, these were politicians and like heads of state and figures like that. That was not, actors. I don't know who would be the most disdained actor.
Disdained?
Yeah.
Actor.
Who would people have the most disdain for an actor? That's an interesting.
Well, I know a lot of people are upset with Chris Pratt because, God forbid he expresses his faith And, a lot of people don't agree with some of the things he say, but, sometimes when you express your faith, you get a lot of hate.
You do.
Well, and he married a Democrat, though.
Oh, so he's getting it from both sides.
Well, but here's the thing. I always look at this. What do people in Hollywood think of him? And you know what people in Hollywood think of him? They like him.
Yeah.
He's fun to work with, and
he makes them money.
But they also like him because if you're liked, and I've always be this at work. If you're struggling, you're worried if you're going to lose your job, and they're looking around here. If people really like you in the office, for the most part, if it's kind of all things being equal, they're going to take the person they like the most over somebody else that may be just a little bit better. And he makes them money, and they like him. They do. They like him. J.D. Vance. I don't get the J.D. Vance and the Marco Rubio of all.
Yeah, I don't know why people would hate Marco Rubio.
No. Alec Baldwin and Baldwin might be hated because I think Baldwin.
Well, he made fun of Trump a lot.
Yeah, but also I think Baldwin is one of those people that people don't want to work with. He's a pain in the ass.
That's what I hear.
Plus, who knows if you're going to get shot or not.
Yeah. We know who's number one as far as who's beloved. Nick
freaking Cage.
No, Danny Masterson doesn't have a lot of fans either.
Really?
Yeah, he's the guy from...
from...
70 shows,
Partridge
rotting in
Family.
jail
Who's
right
doing
now.
that 70 years of jail for...
35 to life.
Oh, no, the 70s. Yeah, that 70s
Sexual
show.
harassing and stuff.
Why was I thinking
Rape.
about the other
No,
one?
was it rape?
Yeah,
Was that
he
what it was?
Convicted of rape.
Okay.
Yeah.
And they couldn't... Even the Space Mormons couldn't get him out of that one.
Nope.
And they tried. Boy, they did. They did big time.
It turned out that the foreman on the first jury for the first trial, Space Mormon.
Oh. Space Mormon. They're going to come for us. You better check... I walk, so I don't have to. But if I were you, man, I'd check your car every day. Get one of those things you put under, see if there's a bomb. It's not very nice. It's not very nice, Chad. Hollywood, Clooney. I don't know if Clooney's hated. De Niro's another one that's hard to work with, I think.
Really?
Yeah. You know who's the hardest? I bet if you asked actors, it would be Dreyfuss.
I've heard that
Would be the
he
pain
was
in the ass.
difficult.
Bill Murray's supposed to be a pain in the ass, too.
Who?
Bill Murray.
Yeah. Both of them. They were in a movie together. Did not go well at all. They couldn't even film scenes together. That's how bad that was. I could. And then you'll hear stories like Keanu Reeves.
Yeah.
Like the nicest guy in the world.
Great guy.
Great dude.
From all accounts.
One of the things I've always talked, I like it when people tell you stories when the cameras weren't on.
Yeah.
And they talk about when when he does his training for John Wick and he shoots all the rounds, he stays and he cleans everything up. He doesn't have to, but he cleans it all up when he's practicing, which everybody just talks about. There's no, don't approach him. Like, because you'll hear stories about these people and it's like, don't look them in the eyes.
Right. Don't even just turn your back to them. They don't even want you looking anywhere near them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bet you Tom Cruise is a douche.
Tom Cruise feels like one of those people where you don't talk to him, don't look at him,
Unless you want to become a Space Mormon, then he'll talk to you.
None of that. But don't even get near. Even if you have a part and you're going to address him, don't do it until we say go.
Until the clipboard claps.
Yeah.
The marker.
Well, that guy. Think about. So first of all, you're the last movie star on Earth, right? I mean, he is. He's the last movie star on Earth.
Oh, Cruise?
Yeah. Because there's people who are movies who are stars, but he's a movie star. You don't see him doing television. You don't see him doing any. He's the last.
He's not doing little indie films.
No, it's big budget and great craft services. But he's also surrounded with the Space Mormons. And I know that they have a hand in who's he? He's dating. What's her name? The chick that played the ballerina, Anna de Armas.
I don't know.
Yeah,
she had to convert if she dated.
Well, I'm sure they had to, because they pick him for her.
Yeah,
because he's going to have the second coming of Elron.
Isn't he the one funding them?
Yeah. Totally.
No. He's not funding them. It's the little people that fund them. Cruise gets everything out of them for free.
Oh God, yeah.
because of his name recognition.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he is. I mean, the stories that. Who was that lady? Is it Leah Michelle? No, who's the lady that left?
Leah Remini. She was on King of Queens.
Talked about it.
Yeah. I forgot about that.
Brad Pitt, I will say this. I hung out with Brad Pitt a few times with reptiles because he was really into reptiles, and he wasn't the star. He was just doing California. Mm-hmm. And he came to the
Great
place
movie, by the way.
I was working. I was home from soccer during the summer. I was rehabbing my knee, and I was working for my buddy. And he came in. They were up the road filming. He and, God, what was her name?
Jennifer Aniston?
No,
Juliette Lewis.
Juliette Lewis. They came in on several occasions. We hung out.
She's a space Mormon.
Yeah. We got lunch. We talked reptiles. I knew he was famous, but I didn't know who he was because he wasn't the star yet. And everybody kept calling him Will because his name's William Bradley Pitt. But he was really cool. He's really into amphibians and stuff like that.
That character he played in California early, man.
Yeah.
Get us some lucky loggers and howl the moon, brah.
When I was when I worked at Maverick, when we were in L.A. for meetings, we had gone to a bar one evening, all of us just to hang out, and he and Jennifer were off in a corner. It was like them, two friends, and then all of us, so about 20 people total in the bar, and they're over there canoodling.
Oh, very nice. Did you tell them? Did you tell them, hey, let me tell you how this ends?
Yes, I had a long conversation with Jennifer.
You're never going to find the love you dream and deserve.
This won't be your first divorce.
I love that character he plays, Cliff Booth in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
So
when he beats up Bruce Lee.
That was so awesome. And the part two at the end when they get into the big.
Oh yes, he's tripping.
When he's just tripping balls like you cannot believe. Your name's Tex or something. No, it's stupider than that. Rex. But it is so brutal if you've never seen that movie.
It is, man.
It is so brutal.
Classic Quentin Tarantino, man.
And the part where Leonardo is in the pool, he gets the flamethrower from one of his movies. And I remember you. Oh my God, that's great. That is such
I'm
a
the
great
devil, and I'm here to do the devil's work.
And he just laughs. Are you guys real? Oh, and when he plays, and somebody said Inglourious Bastards.
Oh yes.
Oh, he was great in that.
Absolutely. What was his name?
Aldo.
Aldo.
He is supposed, like the whole Cliff Booth thing.
Yeah.
In the weird way that what's his name, Quentin Tarantino did. That's supposed to be his kid. And
really?
Yeah, like the whole. It's a weird thing. All right, coming up, we're going to wrap up the show. Matt is going to wander in here. He's got his new arm, so he's probably out working out right now, but he should be here in a second. We'll wrap it up straight ahead. Chad Benson, Super Talk 99.7. Gotta go. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. The one and only Matt.
Hi.
So Howard Stern canceling the show, huh?
Howard Stern canceled his show?
No, they canceled his show.
I thought that would have been years ago.
No, Sirius canceled him.
Well, I mean, isn't his show costing like $500 million a year or something?
It's some ridiculous.
It's a lot of money.
Yeah, no doubt about that. I hope he makes it.
Howard Stern turned in. I never was a fan of his shtick back in the day.
No, me either.
Because Howard Stern's amazing talent was when I lived in Connecticut, I would drive about an hour each way to work, and I was not in radio at the time. And I probably listened to Stern 30 minutes a week out of Hartford. But I turned it over there every single day to see what was going on. Most of the time, I turned away because it was not for me. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I never.
But I was conditioned to turn it, because I don't need to hear him throw baloney and stick it to girls' bottoms. I don't need all that.
Like, hey, we're going to shoot a Down syndrome midget out of a moving car into a woman's bosoms.
But he somehow became a good interviewer.
He was really good at that.
And I think it is a it's a tip to those wanting to be a better interview. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to ask questions.
But here's the thing too. He didn't have any time constraints. He would sit there. He would have you for 2 hours, and it would start out with just boring. We're talking about stuff.
Kind of a Joe Rogan. Rogan is taking that style.
And then you become, when you're not adversarial, people like to hang out. They start telling you certain things, but there was no time constraints. When you don't have a time constraint, it's easy. When we've got 8 minutes, and you got to be out.
100%. And that's what I tell people. If I've got 30 minutes to make buddies with you and bring you in, and that's what Rogan does so well. He'll spend the first 30 minutes being friendly and talking about common interest and common things and finding those types of things. And you put people at ease, and then they're more willing to open up and share with you.
Yeah.
Then he asks you about the UFOs.
And then he asks you about the
But the
crazy.
thing is, at that point in time, because he's also very curious about what you have to say. That's one thing. Joe shows curiosity into what it
and
is
lack of judgment. I think it's fair to say that Joe has some out there views, but Joe doesn't judge yours.
No, he doesn't.
And he just wants to hear them.
Yeah, and that's one of the reasons I think a lot of people, whether you like Joe or dislike Joe, don't watch. But if you catch some of the stuff, he always starts out like, did you guys, to do this, do that? They had a guy on the other day, some dude with a big beard, and they were talking about bears, or I don't know what it was, looks like. But
was it Ken Weaver?
No, it wasn't.
No.
But it looked a little bit like Ken. But the guy said he did his TikTok, and he's a big TikToker, and he's an older dude, and he says, I've never met anybody from the time I got there. He took care of us. He brought his old Jeep in because he knew I like Jeeps or Toyota Land Cruisers. He treated me like you've never
I
been
think
treated.
I know this guy from the TikTok. He does like a little sage wisdom or whatever.
Stuff like that.
So, hey, guys, I don't know who needs to hear this right now, but you're a good person, and
one of
thanks
those
a lot.
guys.
I don't get to tell my Keanu Reeves story.
Oh, man, we could do it again tomorrow. Tomorrow you might have somebody on. That's what
I wanted to tell my Keanu Reeves story.
Tell it really quick.
We do the welcome mat every weekday.
Keanu Reeves in Australia goes to see a movie because he's filming The Matrix, and a kid wants to give him the employee discount, but the kid this is the kid telling the story, really just wants his autograph.
Yeah.
And Keanu Reeves says, no, I don't need the employee discount. I got plenty of money, and goes to the theater. 20 minutes later, Keanu Reeves comes and knocks on the employee door, and the kid opens the door, and he's holding ice cream. And he goes, I realized sitting and watching the movie that you were actually probably wanting my autograph. And the kid said, yeah, and he handed him the receipt for the ice cream with his autograph on it, and then threw the ice cream in the trash and walked away.
Guys, he's
That's
good
badass.
Too. Salt of the earth,
That's
kids.
badass.
Salt of the earth.
that's
Coming
good.
up, the welcome Matt. Well, Matt's here. You guys have a good one.
Hi.
We'll do it again tomorrow.